The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bragging gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say?
People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so that
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Has your social
sprinkles.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, black jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. Ooh. I bring life. I bring life.
pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
All right. Lol No Google says the following. Why is everyone that I watch streaming during Hypno's time slot? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in right now. Bring it in. Bring it in right now. Come on, boys. We got to hug this shit out, okay? We are in the middle of the week. All right, it's been a pretty interesting week for the most part. Not the craziest, thank God, not the craziest, but bring it in regardless. Bring it in regardless. Let's go. And I swear to God, listen very closely, man. Are you listening? Seriously. Do not, under any circumstances, touch the fucking pumpkin. Seriously. I see a lot of you guys touching the pumpkin. It's not good. Do not, don't do it. Don't do it. And listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Like it. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you're watching anywhere else, I swear, this pumpkin is going to eat your fucking face off. In Minecraft. Like the stream. Like the stream. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today, guys? It is we have a lot we have to go over today. All right, we do have a lot we have to go over today. Quite hilarious stories. By far, the most hilarious one is going to be the Randy Pitchford story. By far, man, it's going to be hilarious, dude. Hey, look, we got a newbie in the chat. Benjamin Boards says, first stream I've caught. Normally, I have your videos playing in the background while I'm working. Glad I finally got the chance to see you live. Everybody say hello and welcome Benjamin to the stream. Benjamin, ignore the fact that they're touching the pumpkin when they're not supposed to be. Welcome to the stream regardless, man. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. But what else are we checking, man? What are we checking? Back grabber check? Oh, man. Smashing pumpkins check. That's crazy. That's crazy. Welcome Benjamin check? Absolutely. What else are we doing? 100% of Sonic Racing Crossworld Steam achievement check? My God, Dylan. Dylan! What the fuck, bro? How are you 100% in that game already? That's insanity. Dude, what a beast. Shout out to you, man. That's amazing. I'm sure Leon would be very jealous right now. Kata completed World 1-1. Oh, good for him. Good for him. Pumpkin Hill check. Well, there you go. What else are we checking? Madam Savvy discovered something unfortunate check. Yeah, I think it's the same thing that I discovered, unfortunately, that we're gonna go over in a couple of seconds. YouTube's under attack check. Yeah, I saw that YouTube wasn't working earlier, about an hour ago. About an hour ago, YouTube was not working, so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. But what else are we checking, man? What are we checking today, boys? Come on, what are we checking? Let's see it. Let's see. Let's figure it out. Kata using mods check. Yep, that's about right. That's about right. Pumpkin pie check. Who said you can make pumpkin pie? Pumpkin empanadas check. That sounds disgusting. That sounds genuinely nasty. Do not eat pumpkin empanadas. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? All right, guys, listen. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Like it. Hypno is a wrestler check? That's crazy. All right, guys, let's do the Big Army roll call. Let's see who is in his chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point but no longer do, and people that apparently continue to touch the pumpkin, even though I've warned them since the beginning of October not to touch the pumpkin. And if they continue to touch the pumpkin, it's not going to end well at the end of, October. It's going to be Halloween, and you're going to summon bad things. Don't summon the bad pumpkin. We got none other than Ali Kusanagi. We got Anubis Hentai Hades. We got Valkyria Winter. We got Hanny. Robert Pennington. I won't touch the pumpkin, but I will spank the monkey. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Deku Leader. Midnight Mike. Tim Grove, Limitless Andre, Zulu. We got Monkey Man 04, David Chen, The Madman Mars, Blue Pumpkin Pussy, Yamato 85, Hypnotic and Rapture, Felstep, Archangelus, Somnus, Peaches and Cream. We got Commander Sonok, Audio Pollution, Mad Max 2069, Radio Chimp, Matthew with the Hero Prees, and then he touches the fucking pumpkin. Why am I not surprised? We got Mr. Melancholy, Reaper Knight, T-Ball, Romanizer 24, Vardamus, I Am Ted Bovis, Panda Pumpkin Paperclip, The Voice in the Water, Doodoo Brownies, Creepier 07, Magdi, Torinol on Rumble. We got Matthew Watson. Wait, what? Bank is at 19%. That's not fully funded. That's not my fault. That the trust fund bank is at 19.20%. That's not my fault. Matthew Watson, Drake, Ron DFK, Beautiful Zexel, Tim Grove, David Chen, Ashton Tyler, Frenchie 07, Defcracker, The Better Purple Clippy, Oliver Adam, Alice Lovely, Ava. I was not late in gay. I was on time. We got Adair Soto, Lucky. We got Benjamin again. We got Gamer Nurse Gale. We got Paul Byersmith. We got Sir Loins, Lionheart. More dots, more dots, more dots. We got Adam Juman over on Rumble. The True Aztec Warrior. Almonte Observatory 1987. King Demon Wing, the legend. All right, guys, 4 more people. 4 more people. And then we got to get on with the show. Come on. Let's do it. We got Roll Some Joint. We got Squirrely. Says, hi, fatties. We got Anglo. What's up, Anglo? We got Melodic Method. What's up, dude? John D. What's up, John D? We got Hypnotic Rapture on Rumble. Jay Sims, Lunar Corgimon on Rumble. We got Marty Tiberius O'Donnell. This is Sparta 9000. We got Antran, Alucard, Dragonite on Rumble. We got Mookie Dookie on Rumble. Rob with the question mark. Lisi is over on Rumble. We already have Democrats. No pumpkin is as scary as that mess. Oh, wait till you see a liberal pumpkin. We got Blaze Starbin FS. You are not late. Final Twin, the legend is here. What's up, Final Twin? And last but not least, we got T-Jazz Art and Comics, King Joker, Gunnar Damas, Frost Puma, 17 Crash. We got that was weird. My StreamYards literally crashed. That was so weird. What the fuck? Dude, something is up with Google. I don't know what's going on with Google, but something's up, man. Something is up. That is weird. That is weird. I guess they don't want me doing the roll call. Damn. All right. To Cairo 0, Cujo, and Kalen, Defcracker, Malfida, and Ava. PC Explosion. What an amazing name considering what just happened. All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member quickly to see who is going to get the money shot today, because apparently it looks like they're trying to take me down, boys. They're trying to take me down. They don't like it. They don't like it. I don't know why. Blame 17 Crash. We could definitely do that. So we got Voice of the Water. No PlayStation Plus. No Game Pass. No Nintendo. Pretend to not evade. You then use Time Stop just before shot lands. Switch places with whoever is down by 5 and tie their shoes together to stop them from escaping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Midnight Mike. Booty hole protected by the power of the Dark Magician. Activate the trap card, Magic Cylinder, to destroy all protections and go down by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Democulus, no Bethesda, no Gearbox, no Bungie, no Ubisoft. Freedom always collapse draconian rule times 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hanny, by the power of the Goon Oil and DSP's greatness. There's no greatness. The next bodycon owned by 6 will be sent to Sanachu's cave and forcefully lick Kata's ass. Wow. While Hypno sings Cucaracha. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All gamers are childish, twisted scripture, viral tweet with my friend is Charlie Kirk, double down, triple threat, cancel deflector, immune to all roast ratio, money shot tweet, times 100, AB start, go down times 5. My head hurts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Holy shit.
Anubis hentai Hades again. Anubis Hades again. Jesus Christ, man. I'm going to have to ban this guy eventually. This is unbelievable. Anubis refuses to protect their booty hole. Absolutely, positively refuses. And then he's like, "Yep, bring it. Bring it." This is what he wants. This is what he wants. This is unbelievable. He loves it. Yeah, he loves it. Congratulations to Anubis Hentai Hades. You are the recipients of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream. Like the stream. All right, boys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. Hopefully, if our stream stays up, considering what's going on right now. But we do have a lot we have to cover. The number one story we're going to be covering today is going to be about good old Borderlands 4, ladies and gentlemen, because Randy Pitchford now has to put his foot in his mouth. And we're also going to cover the Steam forums about Borderlands 4, because if you read the Steam forums, it is nothing but chaos over there, where people are clearly not happy with the state of the game. But the reason why Randy Pitchford has to put his foot in his mouth is because he decided to tell everybody that there's no way in hell that Borderlands 4, the premium game for premium gamers, was going to go on sale anywhere near as fast as the previous Borderlands did. Well, I don't know if you guys have checked Steam lately, but Borderlands 4, the massive success that it is, that got felted by the lack of sales in comparison to 3, is currently 20% off on Steam. God damn it, Randy. God damn it, Randy. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to cover that whole entire situation. We're also going to talk about Battlefield 6. We got a bunch of Battlefield 6 different news we're going to talk about. Apparently, they are rolling out the hit registration fix today or tomorrow, apparently. So that should be good. You talked about that on the last stream. We'll cover that today. We're also going to talk about Escape from Tarkov surpassing 500,000 wish lists on Steam. Pretty damn amazing, to be honest with you. We got Halo news. We got, what else? GTA 6 news. We're going to talk about Splinter Cell Death Watch, the new show that is on Netflix that they want everybody to believe is a massive success. And I'll explain why that is in a minute. We're also going to talk about Bungie. Apparently, Bungie has had to backtrack on certain currency in their monetization schemes. They have to backtrack no matter how bad they wanted to keep it in the game. All the backlash in the world has resulted in them removing it from the game. So we're going to talk about that. And we got a bunch of fast topics, funny videos to go over, a bunch of Hassan clips that we got to go over, all kinds of stuff. So before we do any of that, there is no retard of the day. Well, because quite frankly, I think Randy Pitchford fills that role pretty nicely. So we're going to go right to the number one segment on YouTube, the number one segment on Rumble, the number one segment all around the galaxy. This segment is none other than the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Fuck, he got another donation. Add it to the total.
This is their favorite part, ladies and gentlemen. The hate watchers, they live for this part. They live for it, boys. All right, here's the problem. The problem is that, unfortunately, with that crash, whatever just happened with that crash, all the super chats seem to have disappeared, or at least most of them. So we're going to go over the ones really quick that I have in the fan funding tab. Let's go into the fan funding tab really fast. And let's see what we got going on here. Unfortunately, YouTube is very gay. What can I say? All right, let's check this out. So we got, where's my fan funding tab? Right here. Whole bunch of colors. Lots and lots of colors. There's a lot of colors here, boys. Why can't I make this any bigger? What's going on here? What's going on here? YouTube is like, now it's going smaller. What the fuck is YouTube doing? Hold on one second, boys. Let's try this again. Hold on one second. There we go. I don't know why I had to exit out to do that, but this is where we're at. Okay. That's a lot better. So, Lurker Supreme, the absolute fucking legend that he is, with a $50.83 mega. Shout out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. He says, damn, trance live stream, not knowing Final Fantasy VII, Cloud was definitely emo, and being bad at Battlefield 6. Rough stream last night. Should stick to selling beads and coffee. Yes, that was all the nonsense that I was dealing with last night. Yes, I know. It was quite the situation. But thank you so much, Lurker Supreme. I appreciate that. And then he decided to follow it up with a legendary 10 membership mega banger.
Good job, Daddy. Not going on that incel show. I'm gonna buy you that Switch too now.
I love that fucking clip. Shout out to Lurker Supreme with the 10 membership mega banger. I appreciate it. And considering he was the first membership banger of the stream, usually it's King Dimwing. So shout out to Lurker Supreme for getting ahead today. You already know what that means. Shout out to the Lurker Supreme. Thank you for the 10 membership mega banger. I appreciate that. Then we got BioT Wolf 19 with a 5. How do you support a werewolves YouTube channel? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and get it? Get it? Like and subscribe. I hate you. Space Monkey with a 9.99. Been enjoying double D's this month. Both Veronica and Nihilister making appearances in my favorite gacha games. Oh, and the D stands for dragon. Sure it does. Thank you, Space Monkey, for the 9.99. I appreciate that. Levistro with a 5 says, what did Andy say when he found out that the Switch 2, I think he meant to say Randy. What did Randy say when he found out that the Switch 2 wasn't premium enough for his game? Don't know. He's in the ER with his foot stuck in his mouth. Sounds about right. Thank you, Levistro, for the 5. Mr. Melancholy with a 149 burger super sticker. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And then Levistro dropping a $20. He says, why was Geralt bad at Gwent? Because he was Kratosing the cards. I guess you could generate a little Tale of Symphonia for him, but then you'll never know the secret of mana from Aerith before she gets Sephiroth. Get it? Sephiroth? Get it? Sephiroth. Thank you, Levistro, for the 20. I appreciate that. And then Ali Kusanagi continuing the membership train with the 1 membership. Thank you so much, Ali Kusanagi. I appreciate that. And then Peaches and Cream dropping a 5 membership banger.
Hey, yo, Buck, is that what I think it is?
Well, golly, Chuck, it's a membership banger.
Shout out to Peaches and Cream. Thank you so much for the 5 membership banger. I appreciate that. Continuing the membership train. Then we got Bruce Fields with a 2, says, pointing and trying to touch the pumpkin, basically. This fucking guy. Touching the pumpkin. One Dirty Bird with a 2 says, boo, boo. Boo! Boo! There you go. Shout out to 130 Bird. Peaches and Cream with a 2 says like the stream and spam the reaction button. I agree. Spam the reaction button. Let's go. Let's do it. Gray Soul with a 5 says I grew up on a pumpkin empanada. Used to grab them at the Panarius all the time back in the 80s. Sounds nasty. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sorry, bro. Thank you for the 5, Gray Soul. I appreciate that. Melodic Method continuing the membership train today with the 5 membership banger.
Let's get some fucking subs, bitches!
Thank you so much, Melodic Method. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. Holy shit. And then, speaking of the legend himself, King Demon Wing, coming by and dropping another 5 membership.
Let's get some fucking subs, bitches!
Shout out to King Demon Wing with the 5 membership banger. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Then we got Umber with a 5. Hey, Hypnotic, I wanted to apologize for the other day. I didn't know yesterday was your birthday. Happy 69th birthday. Remember the ye old Atari days? Thank you, Umbra. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Legendary. Then we got on Rumble, D Draconic gifting a membership on Rumble. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, dude. And then we got, that's it. Just D Draconic, I think. Yes, D Draconic. Okay. All right, boys, we are fully caught up. Thank you guys so much for the insane pre-stream legend support. I greatly appreciate it as we are on our way. If we get lucky today, we're probably going to need the luck because we might get fucking shut down before we even get to continue because YouTube's acting all funny. But we are trying our best to get to where are we at right now? To get to 473 tier 1s in a row and 162 tier 2s in a row. And of course, like always, if you want to summon any one of the 3 groups of girls, you're more than welcome to. A red boy banger will absolutely get you there. If I see confetti being thrown into the chat, I will make it happen. You just got to make sure you let me know which one it is. Flip Shazam with a 2. Oh, hello to you all and to you, Grandpa Hypno. Thank you. Thank you, Flip Shazam. The Dark Obsidian with a 989. I think I figured out what tier 3 you should have. Your old hypnotic suit. Negative. But I appreciate the 989. I told you I've completely stepped away from the IRL suit. It was way too fucking annoying. Way too annoying to utilize. It was giving me headaches. It was leaving marks on my face. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'd rather have less money. Just being honest. All right, boys. Hypno, when are you retiring? Wow. You want me gone that bad, huh? You want me gone that bad? You're just like, hey, Hypno, when you retiring? Wow. Wow. Shizuka Marikara with 6 months. Hypno's so old, he played a Nintendo card game when Nintendo was created in the 1800s. Wow. That's just okay. Look, you put him to sleep. Cujo still went to bed. He went to bed. Very sad. Somebody wake him up. All right, boys. He's not retiring. He's not retiring. Damn it. Please don't say that. Someday I will. But today is not that day. All right, boys. We got a lot we got to go over. A lot we got to talk about. Again, thank you guys so much for the pre-stream legends. I appreciate it. Let's start going over the content, but first things first, we got to go over some comedy, ladies and gentlemen. So there has been some amazing memes that are being sent out there for the whole like Hassan stuff. And I have to show you one of them. that I thought was pretty damn hilarious. I'm sure you probably saw this. This is probably the best thing to come out of Collargate, to be honest with you. All the memes and all the videos that people are doing about Hassan and Kaya. Check this out. somebody, you saw Kaya taking revenge. Yeah. All of them are basically Kaya taking revenge. It's so good. and it's like the fucking, what do you call it? It's like the thunder, the shock. It's so good. This is what AI was made for. AI was made for this, and AI needs to be utilized for this more. Look at this shit. Hold on, I got another one. Wait, watch this. It's not a video, but look at this. Remember this? Remember this character? Stupid dog, you made me look bad. God damn, bro. Every time I see these, I'm like, oh my God, I can't. Let's continue. Hold on, we got some more. Let me scroll down. This one killed me because I'm a Final Fantasy fan, obviously. This one fucking killed me, bro. I felt so sad when I saw this. The dog breathes too loud. Cast Thundaga. Oh my God, bro. I felt so bad at this one. I felt so bad at this one, bro. I'm like, dude. Oh, it's so bad. So bad. I still chuckle, don't get me wrong. Let me show you another one. Hold on. Let me scroll down. I think I have one more. Oh no, that was it. Okay. All right, that was it. Now, really quick, guys. We all know that Twitch is a haven for some really fucking weird shit, right? Listen, man, whatever you do in your bedroom, I don't fucking care. I don't want to know about it. I literally don't care. You do you. I don't care how extreme or how vanilla it is. You do you. As long as you're not doing anything illegal, right? That's fine. I just want to make that very clear, right? Because you have some people out there, they make their sexuality their entire identity, and I don't give a fuck. So I came across this video, unfortunately, and I think a lot of people did, unfortunately, on X, and it has people questioning reality right now. Look at this. So XQC's face literally says it all. Okay, his face says it all. Okay, and when I first saw this, I was like, please tell me this is not what I think this is, right? There's no way that this could be what I think this is, but unfortunately it is. And guys, why is this on the front page of Twitch? I remember such a long time ago when Twitch was the place to go to watch video game content. Now it is anything but that. This guy is on the front fucking page of Twitch. And the sad thing is that just looking at the picture, you think that this is as bad as it could get. It's not. What makes it worse is that there is a dad thing, a dad bod furry thing in the background. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna play this clip. I forgive me if I had to see it. You have to see it. Yes, you are gonna see it. Yes, sir. Yes, you are. Yes, you absolutely are. We're gonna play this. Here we go.
They adore you.
Oh my God, his super bro. I thought me having Maria from Silent Hill 2 moaning as a super chat sound was extreme. This motherfucker has a baby going goo goo gaga as a super chat sound. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. Let me get out. Let me get out the way. How can I remove here? That way you can, there you go. You can see his reaction that way. Wow.
They adore you. Dog.
Anything for you?
Locked in.
He clicked it off. His face, he's so stunned. I love this.
Has Kevin said anything?
Kevin is so fucking locked in. He hasn't spoken a word in 50 minutes.
He's so fucking stuck, bro. Legit, like his face says it all. I think his face matches everybody in this chat right now, including my own. At least when I first saw it, anyway. His face literally just is the big, like, what the fuck face? What is going on in this world?
It's
I heard Kevin.
You now. Are you getting a wild abandoned skin? I saw that they were doing like a creator thing, and I didn't do it or anything because I haven't played much. But I was thinking that's like right up your alley. I'm wondering if there will be a Doryu skin in the future.
Quick, everyone misbehave again.
No. You guys misbehave constantly. What? There's nothing new that would happen.
I clicked it off again. I have never seen XQC speechless like this. I mean, this is wild shit.
You get it in a second.
Why did he go back? Because it's like a train wreck. It's a train wreck, right? So you know, like a car crash, a train wreck is horrible, but you're gonna go back to see. Like, you can't look away.
I'm not gonna judge.
Oh no, you yeah. Anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna judge. Actually, I think what's up with this furry plus diaper thing with like a bib? Adults, weird furry combo with diaper and thing.
Much love. Can I get a welcome to the Jungle Pause chat?
Guys,
Binky, sorry.
Guys, I gotta tell you, man. Listen, like, I really don't know what to say to this. I really don't. Like I said, I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I really don't fucking care. But holy shit, like you can't tell me that this is meant to just be cute. Like, this is obviously meant to attract a certain kind of person to watch the stream. It's obviously a even if at the smallest level, a form of sexualization. It obviously is. There's no way. There's no way that it's not. I'm sorry. And the fact that it's on the front page of Twitch is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. And maybe I'm ignorant to the furry thing. Maybe I don't know what this is, but I gotta be real with you. I don't want to know. You go do you, boo. And again, Twitch putting this on the front page. Are we really that shocked considering what Twitch used to put on the front page before they got called out for it? Remember what is that a diaper? Yes, that's a fucking diaper, unfortunately. Remember when Twitch used to put the girls in the bathtub and shit, and they even had the what do you call it? The fucking girls that had no underwear on, and then they painted their lower half of their body green, and then they were playing the game with a green screen on their ass. Like, this is next level. Again, Twitch is next level shit. People are telling me to react to the Asmongold clip. I don't think I have it pulled up. Let me see if I can find it really quick, out of curiosity, and see what's going on here. Let me see if I can find it, because I'm sure that's gonna be insane. Let me see, Asmongold furry. What if I type Asmongold furry? Let's see if that pops up. What the fuck is this? Look at this. Look. What is this, bro? Furry TMZ news? Breaking. Asmongold and others denounce news of Papu Baby Fur headlining Twitch. Papu Baby Fur? What the in before this Baby Fur is a PDF? Papu Baby Fur? What the fuck is a Papu Baby Fur? What? I'm trying to find the clip. I can't find the clip. I'm looking though. Or is it on YouTube? Is it on YouTube? Let's see. I'll check YouTube really quick. Although YouTube's acted funny. Hold on. Can we get to the next topic? No, because now I'm curious. Now I'm curious about Asmongold's reaction, and then we can get to the next topic. Hold on. Let's see. I think I found it. Yep, I found it. Here we go. All right. It's going to get rowdy. It's only a minute and 22 seconds long. Here we go. Asmongold's reaction to this situation.
This is weird fetish stuff, and it shouldn't be on Twitch. It should not be on the front page. It shouldn't be on the front page. What is this? XUC react to diaper fur on Twitch front page? No, let me see. Is this on LSF? Oh, here we go. All right, let's see it.
What is this, bro?
They adore you.
Anything for you?
Has Kevin said anything?
Kevin is so fucking locked in. He has
Look at his face. Look at his fucking face.
You saw me on the front page. Welcome. Listen, this may not be your stuff. You may hate me, but I just want you to know.
Bro, what is with this microphone? I mean, listen, I'll say one thing. I gotta give props to the level of detail of the setup. I mean, the level of detail of the setup of the character and everything is top tier, which means he must be making crazy fucking money for this. But this shit's insane, bro. It's like, you might hate
That's
me.
one of my
Yeah,
kinks.
maybe.
XQC's watching.
Wait,
XQC,
what? He said it's one of his kinks? Wait, go back.
Listen, this may not be your stuff. You may hate me, but I just want you to know that that's one of my kinks.
Oh, hating him is one of his kinks. So he has like a humiliation fetish of some kind, or oh my god, it just gets worse. It just gets worse, bro.
XQC's watching. XQC, find something better to do.
He literally just opened the front page.
And
right, like, bro, it's not like he went seeking your content. You are on the front page of Twitch. Even if someone's not seeking your furry fucking content, somebody's gonna find it because you're on the front page. Bro, like, what? Do people not understand this?
Person stream is rated for all age audiences with all time straight up blinking and diaper porn in the bio.
Oh, his stream is rated for all ages. Oh no, Twitch. Oh no. And on top of that, look at his tags. Trans and LGBTQIA+. Oh no. So that means that Twitch allows this person to be seen by people under the age of 18 because their lowest age, I think the lowest age someone's allowed to make an account is 13 years old. So they rated his stream all ages. Oh no.
Fetish content should not be on Twitch. The fact that this was on the front page, either a testament to how morally rotted or absolutely retarded the Twitch moderation team.
Yep, that's basically it. That's the clip. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Listen, guys, Twitch is Twitch. They love this shit. Like, you guys understand that the moderators over at Twitch, half of them are probably just like this, if not worse, to be real with you. And this is why I consistently advocate, if you are a parent letting your child utilize YouTube, Twitch, or whatever, especially Twitch. Twitch is a softcore porn website at this point. They have been for a long time. The moment they started allowing the bathtub streams and everything like that, Twitch is a softcore website. 1000%. So you're going to keep seeing more and more of this shit show up. And every time something like this goes viral, every time something like this gets popular, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get copycats. So now it's going to start with this guy being probably one of the only ones doing it, to now it's going to be a massive amount of fucking furry diaper wearing VTubers that are going to spam. They're going to spam Twitch. They're going to be all over the place trying to get some of that money that this guy is getting. This guy must be getting crazy money because, like I say, he's got a pretty good setup. That is a really well-made VTuber avatar, no matter how cringe and weird it is. Yeah, exactly. Peaches and Cream says Twitch is a diet OnlyFans. No, I agree. I agree. That's exactly what this is. It's a funnel. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my god, can you imagine if this guy has an OnlyFans where he like strips the avatar behind a paywall. Oh, I didn't want to think about it. I'm done. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I'm done. Hypnotic is taking this setup. No, the fuck I'm not. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm good, bro. I'm good. No, the fuck I'm not, bro. Oh man, this is just. Anyway, let me get some sanity back in the room, man. Let me get some sanity, please, for the love of God. We got Gamer Forever dropping a massive red boy. Dropping a massive red boy. Somebody said Tiger Nautic. I'm so sick, bro. I'm so sick. Somebody said Tiger Nautic, bro. Oh my god. Hey, Gamer Forever with the NOK 1000. Shout out to you. Says we all must rise up to fight censorship for my Viking brothers and sisters in arms. Raise our shield wall. PC as our shield. Keyboard as our sword. May our word and voices be heard to save our games from being destroyed by our old leaders. Are stuck in a long dead era. Keep fighting. Shout out, bro. Thank you so much. That is absolutely legendary. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you for that. I don't think you put in who you want to summon to the stream. So I guess I can start with the Japanese goth girls, unless you could let me know who you want. Then I would gladly summon it. Gamer Forever, if you're still here. I don't know if you're here. Are you here? Gamer Forever? I don't think I see his chat. Third option is gingers. Yes, we also have gingers. We do. Oh, Gamer Forever said gingers. Oh, okay. There we go. He's here. Let's fucking go.
It's a red boy hyper banger, bitches. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to Gamer Forever for the red boy. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that, man. The red boy goal has been reset. So again, remind you, if you drop a red boy, please just let me know which of the 3 clips you want to see. I would gladly play them. I am working on more. Don't worry, I'm working on more. We got Flip Shazam with a 2. Hypno so old he remembers sailing to America. Come on, bro. Come on. King Demon Wing with a 5. Why did Dad put wheels on Grandpa's rocking chair? Because Grandpa wanted to rock and roll. Oh my god, dude. Ben with a 2. Live leak is easier to explain than that. There you go. Peaches and Cream with a 10. I miss the days when people kept their bedroom activities private. And these are the same people who will get mad at you for judging them. Don't put it out there if you can't handle criticism. Well, as we clearly have seen, some people put it out there because they know they're going to get criticism and hate. And they want it because that's a kink for them too. The fucking Tiger admitted that. He said, if you hate me, don't worry. That's a kink of mine too. It's like, bro, it's crazy, man. Thank you, Peaches and Cream, for the 10. I appreciate that. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. That furry has a public humiliation kink. Yikes. Yeah, it's big time yikes. Wrap the Kratos with a 5. I would say shut Twitch down, but then those weirdos would come over to YouTube. Yeah, I don't think YouTube would ever allow it, to be honest with you. Tifa Lockhart with a 5. Hypno's so old that his back goes out more than he does. The pain. The pain. Hypno's so old, you better be kind to your kids. They'll choose your nursing home or leave you dead. Sounds about right. Ron DFK with a $2. Hypno isn't old. He kicks ass in Battlefield 6. I still got it. Radio Chimp with a 2. This is a deliberate distraction from Hassan. You think so? I don't think so, bro. The reason why I don't think so is because Twitch has been doing weird shit like this well before Hassan became a prominent figure that everybody started to call out for his stupidity. Dead Arriver with a 2. People wonder why LGB wanted divorce from the TQ plus, right? Telling you, man. Gamer Forever with a 20 says gingers. Oh, you didn't have to super chat that, man. I saw your chat. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Ben with a 2. Now, Hypno, imagine a baby tiger Sonichu in diapers. No, I'm good. You can imagine that. Anubis with a 2. Hypno so old he came in the primordial ooze. Come on, man. Adam Petro with a 5. A horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Why the long face?" Oh my God. Beautiful Zaxel with a 2. Whoever says Tigernotic needs to repent immediately. Bro, I saw like 2 people saying that, dude. 2 people. One Dirty Bird with a 5. I can't say I'm older than Dirt, but Dirt and I are cousins. Now that's funny. Sterloins with a 989. Happy 90th, you. Bro, so now we're up to 90. Now we're up to 90. Are you serious? Happy 90th, you old bastard. Buy yourself some Gucci diapers so you can stunt on Chester, the cheater, over on Twitch. Oh my God, bro. Game of Forever with a 20. Damn, it was the right call. I gift you a game. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it out right now. Silverboy like it with a 5. Hypno's so old, he walked the earth with dinosaurs. Of course you would. Of course you would say that. Let's check Rumble while we are here. Rumble, what do we got, boys? Deadeye's Lock with $1. Ubisoft is burning a slow and painful demise, just like Biden administration legacy. I don't know if it's that bad yet. Anti-Federalist Pain with a 5. Why did the zombie invite? Who did the zombie invite to his party? Any old friend that he could dig up. Draconic gives some membership. Thank you, Draconic. Denarai with a 10. You know what's worse? It's a common fantasy among them to be. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
It's a common fantasy of these kind of people to want to be fucked by their fathers while wearing kitty gear. Straight up, you're going on the PDF list. And one corn star has already been arrested for essay of a minor. Wow. Well, that's a super chat. That's definitely a super chat.
Holy shit.
Yep. That's definitely a super chat. Holy shit. Dragon. Let's check this out. Here you have another horror game from Gamer Forever. Dragon gifted Agony Unrated. Oh, does that mean it's even scarier? Agony Unrated is a first-person survival horror set in hell. You'll begin your journey as a tormented soul within the depths of hell without any memories about your past. Special ability to control people on your path and possess demons gives you the measures to survive. Shout out, man. Yeah, we're about to finish Still Wakes the Deep's DLC, and then we're moving on to some other games. But shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, boys. I'm going to catch up on the rest of the super chats that are going to be calling me old. Let's continue to the next couple of topics. Let's just get rid of this fucking furry shit. Because, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. And anyway, that's what it is. All right. Let's talk about the UK Online Safety Act, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. So do you guys remember how I covered the UK Online Safety Act quite a bit in a few videos? I don't even know how long ago. Not that long ago. Well, one of the big threats that they put up against certain websites was 4chan and even Kiwi Farms, but mainly 4chan, right? So they had threatened to fine 4chan £20,000 if they did not comply with whatever the rules and regulations of the UK Online Safety Act was. Now, 4chan ended up responding to this with their lawyer, and they also responded with Kiwi Farms as well. They responded and said, well, we're a fucking US-based company. You could go fuck yourself, basically, right? You can't enforce your laws on us, right? Well, they said, well, we're just going to fine you. And that's at that point, that's when 4chan and Kiwi Farms launched a lawsuit against Ofcom for threatening, to all this nonsense. So basically, how are they going to collect? Yeah, they're not going to collect. Like, good luck collecting, right? So because, the UK government seems to be heavily into virtue signaling, they decided to do exactly that, which is virtue signal their power against everybody who won't bend the knee to their bullshit. And that's exactly what they did to 4chan. So they have imposed a £20,000 official fine against 4chan. This is the first one of what they threatened to be many, right? Britain issues the first online safety fine to U.S. website 4chan. Britain said on Monday that it had issued U.S. internet forum site 4chan with a £20,000 fine, which equates to 26,644 USD. Now, again, I want to make it very clear that they're not going to be able to collect the fucking thing, right? It's obvious that this is all just him trying to say, if we could do it to the U.S. websites, then we could definitely do it to the UK-based websites. Don't fuck with us, kind of a thing. Bend the knee, bitches. That's basically what they're trying to do here. And everybody's obviously laughing at them. Britain just kicked the wasp nest. Not sure this is the battle they could win. Everybody's like, how exactly are you going to collect now? So this is going to piss off a lot of 4chan users, I got to imagine, more than they already were pissed off. And this, good luck collecting. The U.S. has truck, fries, diaper, elevator free speech. The U.K. has lorry, chips, nappy, lift, and jail time. The English, the labor union. 4chan doesn't give a fuck about the UK. That shit's going to be like medical bills. 4chan, after 7 years in America, that shit disappears, LOL. They're not going to collect. They have no means to collect. And keep in mind, they already have their lawyers involved with this whole situation. So this is going to be very interesting. I think they're going to definitely kick a hornet's nest if they haven't already. And I'll be curious to see what happens now after all of this goes down. So we shall see. Let me X this out. I just wanted to give you guys an update to that story, considering I covered it quite a bit. Oh, here's one part of that story that I forgot to mention. So Preston Byrne over on X posted this. He said, here is more from Ofcom's notice. We note that 4chan submission that Ofcom does not have jurisdiction to take enforcement action on the grounds that Ofcom has no power to enforce UK laws in the US. We do not accept this point. The UK is essentially saying that to them, they don't view the US as a sovereign state, right? They don't view them. The US isn't sovereign. So they think in their mind that their laws can be pushed on other countries. Let's read this really quick. We note that 4chan's submission that Ofcom does not have jurisdiction to take enforcement action under the Act on the grounds that American businesses are protected from enforcement of UK legislation by the First Amendment and that Ofcom has no power to enforce UK laws in the US. We do not accept this point. The Act explicitly grants Ofcom the legal authority to regulate online safety for individuals in the United Kingdom, and this expressly includes conducting investigations into and imposing penalties for non-compliance by providers of online services with their duties under the Act. In particular, Section 1 of the Act set out that the purpose of the Act as follows. This Act provides for a new regulatory framework, which has the general purpose of making the use of internet services regulated by this Act safer for individuals in the United Kingdom. They didn't even respond to the actual claim. Isn't that hilarious? They didn't actually respond to the claim that they don't have any legal jurisdiction in the United States. They're like, well, we have legal jurisdiction to protect the internet users in the UK. Yeah, that's fine and everything, but this is not a UK website, so why are you finding them? Just disable them in the UK. Just disable 4chan in the UK, which I believe it is, by the way. 4chan, I believe, is officially disabled in the UK. But why are you going to try to not only disable them, but also fine them? Like, what the fuck is what's going on here, right? This is not about safety. This is about trying to get people to bend the knee. This is about trying to get every single corporation to bend to their rules, right? You guys aren't shit, Okay, you got like, I'm sorry for the UK people that are in the chat right now. We love you. Don't get me wrong. You guys are based that are hanging out with us, but unfortunately, your government is psychotic. If they really think that they can come after the US and try to get them to follow their fucking laws. Now, obviously, you could use a VPN to get around the disable, you know, like you could use a VPN to definitely do it. But still, I mean, this whole thing is an absolute fucking joke. So let me bring up this post here, also from Preston. He's been kind of disclosing this over on X. So if you guys want to read more about this, please make sure to go follow him or check it out on X. Just did a podcast with Schellenberger. More to follow from him tomorrow. But in the meantime, Ofcom thinks it could bully Americans and claim sovereign immunity when we push back. Ofcom thinks that the UK laws apply on U.S. soil. Ofcom thinks that the First Amendment doesn't apply to it at all. It's hilarious, bro. These guys are fucking psycho. What the UK is trying to do to our nation is outrageous. Starmer told Trump he wasn't censoring Americans. He lied to Trump's face. The documents Mike will publish tomorrow prove it. The UK wants to kill our free speech. If this doesn't get Congress off its ass, I'm not sure what will. And yeah, when I joke about putting a document in a shredder for my hamster, I joke. I'm not sure a letter is as sensorial and poisonous as the one of Ofcom sent to 4chan on Monday is worthy to serve as a bedding for a hamster. Here's my message to Congress. The UK is not going after 4chan. They're going after every single American citizen and company that holds an opinion the UK's regime wants suppressed. 4chan is just in the way. The UK threatened Americans with jail time for their spree. Remember? Oh my God! Remember that? Remember when they when they threatened Americans with jail time? They were like, "Oh, we will enforce our laws and send UK police to jail Americans based off what they say online about the UK." Bro, try it. Try it, bro. Try it and see what happens. When we refused, they fined us $30,000, then raised sovereign immunity when imposing that threatened fine simply because we went to U.S. court for help. The U.S. and UK free speech crisis is here now. The UK can't threaten American citizens with prison terms for exercising their First Amendment rights and then claim sovereign immunity when those same Americans seek U.S. court confirmation that the UK's orders are void here. I mean, they can, but America should not allow it. For the sticklers, yes, the First Amendment doesn't apply to Ofcom over there, but it sure as shit applies to Ofcom and specifically any attempt by Ofcom to enforce the OSA over here. Ofcom disagrees. I hope Congress takes note of this and has a response for them. So we shall see what ends up happening for this. But I got to tell you, I find it very curious and very interesting just how fast the UK is going through all the motions of pure fucking tyranny at this point. They have enacted, the moment they enacted the Online Safety Act, there has been bullshit after bullshit after bullshit nonstop that has been coming from the UK government. And people need to fight back. And I know that there are some people in the UK that are fighting back. Like there was a massive protest with over 1 million people that went there. It was a beautiful thing to witness. They were all flying the UK flag, obviously, but this shit has to be fought on all fronts. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, really. But I do find it hilarious that they think they could come here and determine what we can and cannot say and what we can and cannot do. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck trying to arrest people. If that protest did nothing, well, at least it did something. At least it started something, right? At least it started something. Nothing is ever going to be changed immediately from just one singular thing. But it always starts something. So we'll see how that goes. But that's in the hands of the UK citizens, not me. Apparently, we have hit tier 2, according to TGen. That was a lot faster than yesterday. That was a lot faster than, yeah, holy shit. Shout out to you guys helping us to get tier 2 pretty early into the stream at 162 tier 2s in a row. That's insane, man. We're climbing to 200. We are climbing to 200, ladies and gentlemen. John Bon Zombie says, what are you talking about? It did nothing. Again, I want to reiterate. What I mean by it did something is it at least woke people up to things that are happening in the UK, especially for people outside of the UK. right? That protest was being seen everywhere on Twitter. It got people talking. It got the conversation started, and hopefully it moves something in the right direction. But I'm not saying the world is going to get fixed overnight. Nothing gets fixed overnight from any one singular thing. That's all I'm talking about. Wasn't talking to you. Oh, well, it seemed like you were. So there you go. I want to reiterate it anyway for the people, because again, you'll have people that get demoralized very quickly if they put all their heart and soul into one thing. Like, they expect that one thing to change everything, and then when it doesn't, they just get demoralized and they give up. And I'm trying to remind people, like, don't give up. Don't give up, because if you look back in history, things, the big moments in history were never just from one singular thing. Usually, right? It's never from one singular thing. Change happens gradually over time. And it showcased that there is millions of people that don't believe the bullshit that the UK is doing. Whereas if you listen to the UK, they would have you believe that everybody believes what they're doing, right? Everybody agrees with what every little thing they're doing, right? So that protest proved that that's not the case. And that's the first step, you know? That's the absolutely huge thing. All right, let's keep going. Shout out to all you guys again for helping me hit tier 2. I greatly appreciate it. Let's go over a couple more topics, and then we're going to catch up on super chats. Speaking of, you know, change, let's talk about this. It was only a matter of time with the EA buyout with Saudi Arabia. It was only a matter of time before government officials got involved. There's no way that you can move this level of money. There's no way that you can do this level of a purchase and not have the government get involved to some extent, right? So here we are. United States senators express profound concern over EA buyout and say that the proposed transaction poses a number of significant foreign influence and national security risks. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, and I want to just say it right off the bat. Do I think they're going to stop anything? No, absolutely not. I don't think they're going to stop a single thing. Just like I didn't think they were going to stop the Xbox, what do you call it? The Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. I didn't think they were going to stop that either. They tried. God bless their heart. They tried. The FTC tried. They were trying for over a year. They tried. But all it takes is a group of people getting paid off, and that's it. Right? Because it was so hilarious how it went from the FTC is stopping it on all fronts, and they're investigating it on all fronts, and then magically it just went away. Almost as if somebody got paid, right? But again, same situation or similar situation with the EA buyout. We're talking about what, 50 some odd billion dollars? That is a lot of fucking money, and there's no way you're going to move that level of money without the government getting involved and taking a look at it, right? So let's scroll down and talk about this whole situation. So the $55 billion buyout of Electronic Arts by a consortium that includes Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund and Jared Kushner's Affinity Partners investment firm has resulted in no small amount of consultation among observers. Much of that arises from the perceived likelihood of less than ideal long-term outcome for EA, its creative output, and its staff. But some elements of the U.S. government are also uncertain about the whole thing for different reasons. In a letter to the U.S. Treasury, Secretary Scott Bessent, Senators Richard Blumenthal and Elizabeth Warren expressed profound concern about the foreign influence and national security risks that could result from the takeover. The proposed transaction poses a number of significant foreign influence and national security risks, beginning with the PIP's reputation as a strategic arm of the Saudi government. The letter states that all but explicitly pointing the finger at long-standing allegations of sports washing being conducted by Saudi Arabia via millions of dollars invested in sports, video games, and other cultural institutions, arguing that these deals aren't just about money, they are about influence, which, to be fair, okay, I said that when we talked about the EA buyout. I said that they absolutely, like, the Saudis are not buying this to get rich because they're already rich, okay? They're buying this because they know the level of influence that purchasing EA, a company like EA, could have over whatever their end goals may be, which it could be more money, it could be more influence, it could be whatever, but it absolutely, like, is not just about the money. This kind of a purchase is not just about the money, in my opinion, okay? But in any case, let's continue. The senators also note that the agreed purchase price represents a significant and largely unjustified premium over EA's actual value. Now, that that right there, in my opinion, is inherently anti-capitalist, right? Because who are you to decide what something is worth? Okay, obviously something could have a perceived value, but as everybody would always tell you, the value of something is only what someone is willing to pay for it. So if they're willing to pay $55 billion fucking dollars for a company that's worth $45 billion, that's not your decision, right? This is a capitalistic market. It's not your decision. But I can understand that obviously, you know, foreign influences or foreign entities buying this might be, you know, a little concerning in that regard. But again, this is if you are in a system of capitalism, this is kind of how it goes. It indicates Saudi Arabia's desire to buy influence through the acquisition of EA is apparent on the face of the transaction. The investors propose to pay more than $10 billion above EA's trading value for a company whose stock has stagnated for half a decade in an unpredictably volatile industry. Oh, it was very predictable. It was very, very, very predictable. We all predicted certain things were going to happen, and they chose to ignore us. So that's not our concern. If the industry knows, or if the industry was told and warned, like, hey, this is probably a bad idea, and they said, go fuck you, bigots, don't buy it. You know, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, it is what it is. What am I going to do? Of course, there's also the matter of Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of the current U.S. President Donald Trump, whose affinity partners received an investment of $2 billion from the PIF just 6 months after stepping down as senior advisor to the president in 2021. During Trump's first term, the senators say his role in this deal raises troubling questions about whether Mr. Kushner is involved in the transaction solely to ensure the federal government's approval of the transaction, adding consistent with the Trump administration's unprecedented corruption. Oh, here it comes. Oh, man, here it comes. Here it comes. Unprecedented corruption and monetization of the federal government power, says the people who gave billions to Ukraine. You want to talk about monetization of the federal government power? Meanwhile, you guys gave billions of fucking dollars to Ukraine, and you didn't even think twice about it. Like, who are you guys to talk about monetization of government power? Anyway, what regulator is going to say no to the president's son-in-law? I'm sure many will, especially if they're Democrat. Yeah, they have massive levels of TDS, obviously, but in any case, even disregarding any potential political shenanigans, the senators say that the deal demands scrutiny because of its potential to expand and strengthen Saudi foreign influence in the United States. EA has a huge user base from which it has collected and will continue to collect a massive trove of personal information over the years, all of which will be effectively at the fingertips of the Saudi government. Furthermore, because EA will be taken private once the deal is concluded, there will be no oversight from the SEC. The unrestricted access to this information by a repressive authoritarian government poses significant potential risk of surveillance of Americans, covert Saudi propaganda, and selective retaliation and censorship of the persons disfavored by the Saudi government, the letter states. So, in my opinion, it sounds like this is all just a massive hogwash of shit. I have no problems with the government investigating the transaction. I have no problems with the government overseeing certain parts of the transaction. I do have a big problem with them trying to say, well, you're paying too much, because that's not your prerogative. This is a capitalistic society. People are going to pay what they feel it's worth. I understand the security risk, but to be honest with you, like, even if EA were to maintain control right now, how many times have these companies gotten hacked? How many times have information gone out? Customers' credit card information have gone out. Look at Discord recently. Like, it's very clear that even if it's in the hands of the United States, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that they're magically going to be protecting all the information. They're still susceptible to leaking information and getting information stolen from them. So now that they're actually selling the information, I guess that's just too much now, I suppose. I get what their concern is coming from, but I think it's being clouded by their obvious TDS. I think that if they were able to speak on this without trying to point fingers at Trump and say he's corrupt and he's monetizing the federal government, meanwhile, they're the ones that send billions of dollars to fucking Ukraine, I would take it a little bit more seriously what they're saying. But because it devolved into basically TDS and anti-Trump nonsense, I find it very difficult to think this is coming from a good place. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be real. Anything from politicians is never going to come from a good place. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, man. No politician is your friend. But still, regardless, I find it hard to listen to what they're saying. It says the PIP's control over EA's operations could extend to influencing or directing the company's design, features, and product decisions to advance the Saudi government's specific and long-term objectives. PIF would be well positioned to dictate or veto what stories are told to Americans through the popular medium of video games, controlling narratives about U.S. history and culture. In short, the Saudis' government ability to exert its influence through EA would suffer the authoritarian regime, an effective tool to project power worldwide. As one analyst observed, Saudi Arabia clearly recognizes the political and cultural influence of the video games, especially among young people. You know what I find interesting? These are the people that would say that. Well, let me rephrase this. So it's not the politicians that would say this. The developers that make these video games that think like these politicians, that are like usually hardcore left-wing developers, progressive liberal developers, they would try to gaslight you and tell you that the stories, like, they're not trying to use video games as an agenda. They're not trying to use video games as a mean to enact social change or anything. That's just a conspiracy theory, blah, blah, whatever. But then here you have politicians actually admitting and openly saying that these video games are meant to change the minds and encourage certain things within the U.S. populace. Like, it's pretty obvious. Anybody with a brain can understand that video games are influential, right? So, I don't know. I think there is a lot of I don't know if you want to call it fear-mongering with these particular senators. But I think at this point, there are certain aspects that do need to be overwatched and kind of, observed by the government, just because of transaction of this size always is, okay? It always is. Even when Twitter was purchased, it was overseen by the government. Even when Microsoft purchased Activision Blizzard, it was overseen by the government and the FTC. This is going to be no different. Something of this magnitude absolutely will be overseen by the government to some extent. Does that mean it's going to stop? No, but they are 100% going to oversee it. So I guess we just got to wait and see. We got to wait and see what they end up doing with this. But I think it's absolutely going to go through. I don't think anything's going to stop this from going through. So they have until, when is it? 2027, I believe they said. I think they said 2027 was when the deal was going to be complete. So we have quite a little bit of time. Anything could happen between now and 2027. So we'll see what happens. All right, we're going to move on. Let's talk about Bungie. Bungie got felted, ladies and gentlemen. This is an amazing story. I can't wait to share this with you. Check this out. Bungie executes spectacular U-turn by removing the new currency that it just added to Destiny 2, and then desperately bestows 777 unstable cores on all players for the apology tour. Bro, can Bungie not do anything right anymore? Can Bungie, what is going on with Bungie, bro? And keep in mind, Bungie supposedly is getting absorbed fully and controlled by PlayStation Studios at this point in time. Destiny 2: The Edge of Fate was released on July 15, 2025. And ever since then, the developer Bungie has been firefighting one of the expansion's many unpopular additions, the unstable cores. Now, I know nothing about the unstable cores because I don't play Destiny anymore, but we're about to find out. Forgive the Destiny jargon, because this thing loves an in-game currency. But unstable cores are how you infuse gear, increasing its power level beyond the seasonal cap. The problem with the currency was relatively simple, though. To the extent you wonder how it ever released in this state, it costs huge amount of cores to do more or less anything at higher levels compared to the small amount that you would earn from dismantling loot. Anyone still playing Destiny 2, is fair to say, it's probably also running multiple builds. And so the problem with unstable cores quickly became exponential. The higher level infusions could add up to tens of thousands of cores. But Bungie is now taking the opportunity with the release of Destiny 2 Renegades on December 2nd to correct its mistake. Having previously said it intended to rebalance the economy of unstable cores, it's now just admitting that this was a bad idea all along. We have landed on a plan to fully deprecate this currency, says Bungie. Once deprecated, infusion will cause an amount of enhancement cores and glimmer. Overall, we found that unstable cores have been too restrictive, power levels across power levels, and failed to drive interesting buildcraft decisions, whether they be powering through campaign missions and wanting to try different weapons or going into endgame content and looking to infuse lower level gear to higher power levels. Bungie has not yet removed unstable cores, but says it is working rapidly to do so. In order to help players with smaller amounts of unstable cores infuse gear alongside power and progression changes going live tomorrow, it's offering some not insignificant stops. We have added a one-time reward of 777,777 unstable cores to the catch-up tests. They'll be available in the tower tomorrow at reset. We highly recommend signing in and using these before they're removed. We are shipping a minor change that reduces the number of unstable cores needed for infusion at higher power levels until they are depreciated or deprecated. So, I know 7777, bunch of sevens. I know. So basically, what they're doing is they're saying, "Hey, we fucked up. We should have listened to you guys. This is terrible. We're gonna give you a bunch of cores. Go play with this. Go upgrade your gear." And we're going to remove this by December. That's basically it. They're giving everybody a ton of fucking gear, a ton of cores to upgrade their gear in the hopes that it keeps people calm while they remove it and pretend like it never happened. It's a big, like, we're sorry. And 300 gear, instant jump to 300, Adam says. If you scroll down, it says, given everyone 777,000 cores sure is some sort of temporary solution. The kind of fix that makes you wonder how things ever reached this point in the first place. Well, funny you say that. Let's see how Destiny 2 is doing. I'm curious if we're going to see a massive spike in numbers now that people know about this. Let's see if they actually log in for this. So this article was written when? Today? Let me see. This article was written 8 hours ago. So we might see a spike. But as of right now, it's not looking good. Destiny is lower. Every time I check Destiny, it's lower and lower and lower. Every single time I check, it's lower and lower and lower. Right now, it has a 24-hour peak of 19,425. The number keeps going lower and lower and lower than it ever was in history. I'm telling you, man. I think it's going to stagnate at around 10 to 15,000. I think that's going to be the number for Destiny 2 for the rest of its existence until they, move on. But this is pretty fucking terrible. I wouldn't be surprised to see a spike in the next coming days because remember, Steam DB is a little behind. I wouldn't be surprised to see a spike from 19 or 16,000 to probably 30, 40,000 people logging in quickly to go get those cores, use it to upgrade their gear, and then log off again. I would not be surprised. Ben says, Hypnotic, compare that to Warframe. I haven't seen Warframe in a long time. God damn, bro. People play the shit out of this game. It's unbelievable how successful Warframe is. It's honestly disgusting. It is disgusting. Look at this, man. I remember when Warframe started around here. And just over time, I mean, holy shit. The amount that people have been playing this game is fucking crazy. So crazy, man. I gave it a chance when it first came out. It just wasn't for me personally. And I had a friend that told me all the time, he's like, you got to play Warframe. Are you playing that Warframe? Are you getting on that Warframe? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not playing it. But people play the shit out of it. There's no doubt about it. This is one of the strongest heartbeat patterns I have ever seen for any video game that's this old. 4.3 years old. It's crazy. This shit is going up and down like this. Unbelievable. So there you go. If you're curious about that. But Bungie ended up getting felted completely and having to admit that they were wrong. All right, let's talk about this. Hypnotic, are you playing Warframe? Come on, bro. Come on. Let's talk about this amazing TV show, ladies and gentlemen. Splinter Cell Death Watch. Now, we talked about the Splinter Cell TV show like when? A week ago? A week and a half ago? I don't remember exactly when. We talked about the Splinter Cell upcoming TV show. And it was quite interesting to say the least. The main thing I want to talk about when it comes to this TV show is I really need people to stop lying to themselves or to stop believing the lies. What's up, ABF? How you doing, brother? Hey, Really quick, can we give a congratulations to ABF in the chat? My man got engaged, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Alec Baldwin's finger. He got engaged. The finger finally has a ring on it. Congratulations, bro. Everybody give a little round of applause to ABF in the chat. This man got engaged. Fucking badass, bro. When I saw that, I was so happy for him. Congrats, ABF. Legend. Now you got to go. Never mind. Ooh, that was gonna sound really bad. Even repeating in my mind, it sounds awful. Now I have to say it. I was gonna say congratulations, ABF. Now you have to go out there and have some little fingers.
Holy shit.
It sounds worse even saying it. Oh God. Oh, it's awful. That's awful. God damn it. Anyway, I had to say it. There was no way I could there's no way I could not say it. I had to say it. It's so bad. That's so bad. Oh, anyway. I apologize for that. I don't apologize often, but oof, that's bad. Anyway, moving on. Congrats, ABF. So Splinter Cell Death Watch. The reason why I want to talk about Splinter Cell Death Watch is because this show is doing what every single Netflix show does, right? Which is they're desperately trying to rely on FOMO to try to sell the show, especially when it's in its first season, right? So this is a prime example of that. The show is only out for a day. It's not even out for a day, to be honest with you. The show is out for less than a day. And they're trying to make it seem as if the show is so good that it got renewed for a second season at Netflix because the show is that good. And you need to go be watching it right now because it got renewed for a second season. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. They already bought 2 seasons, okay? 9.9 times out of 10, these animated shows or shows in general are purchased with 2 seasons in mind already. So when they're greenlit, they're already greenlit with 2 seasons in mind. And you know that's true when it's a TV show that hasn't even been out for a day and they're already claiming victory and greenlighting for a second season without having any real numbers whatsoever. This was already going to be planned from the beginning. You know what they did this with? They did this with Velma. Velma was such a massive flop. Remember the animated show Velma? Velma was a massive flop, right? And every single anti-Chud person was trying to convince us that Velma was not a massive flop because it got a second season. They were like, how could it get a second season if it's a flop? How could they get it? How? And it's like, dude, it's because they already do the 2 seasons from the jump. From the jump. 99% of the time they do that. And then guess what happened after the second season? Shortly after, not even that long after, guess what happened? Canceled. The show got canceled. It's because it had even less viewership than the first season. Partially my fault, by the way, because I did not watch it the second time around. So that's the thing about these shows. So whenever I see these headlines, you have people that want it to be so desperately true that this thing is like owning the chuds or whatever. But it was already going to have a second season to begin with. Now, after the second season, we could talk about something else, right? The only show that I know of that purchased more than 2 seasons from the jump was Rings of Power. Rings of Power purchased, I believe, 3 or 4 seasons. So I haven't watched the show. I don't plan to watch the show because, well, to be honest, I don't like consuming most Netflix slop. I just don't. Right? And looking at the animation, it's not something that I would personally enjoy. I don't think it's good animation at all. I think it's typical American trash computer generated animation. It looks so fucking soulless. But from what I hear, people are saying it's extremely average, right? People are saying it's extremely average, and it's not good, and it's not bad. It's just literally there. And that kind of is the running thing with a lot of these TV shows. They're just painfully average. Exclusive season 2. Look at it. Look at this. Exclusive season 2 announcement from who? IGN? Is this IGN? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Thanks for the exclusive drop, IGN. I got to watch this. Can we watch this? Let's watch this together.
Hey, thank you very much for joining us on IGN FanFest. Derek, you are the showrunner of Splinter Cell Death Watch, which has just launched on Netflix. I think you have something you'd like to tell the fans. That's what I'm hearing.
McKenna has intel we can't afford to lose.
Well, first of all,
things to tell the fans, boys. Things to tell the fans. You know what's crazy? How do you even have fans? The show just launched. How do you have fans? What fans are you talking about? The show just fucking launched, my guy. You haven't, guys, we don't even have the Nielsen numbers. We don't even have the Nielsen numbers. You guys realize that? We don't have, here's what's going to happen. They're going to try to gaslight you. They might tell you. They might say, oh, you know, we got XYZ viewers engaged, because they were doing the viewers engaged thing before the gaming industry started doing the players engaged thing. They were doing the viewers engaged, and then come to find out, like Amazon actually, when they said there was 20 million people engaged with Rings of Power, come to find out that all you had to do was watch it for 3 seconds for it to be considered an engagement. And then also come to find out that Rings of Power was on autoplay for a lot of people's Amazons. So the moment you booted up Amazon or Amazon Video, it would autoplay for you at the beginning, thus counting the 3 seconds before you realized it and turned it off. You know? So in any case, let's continue. Let's read this exclusive announcement. Let's read it.
I hope you enjoy it, because we put a lot of work and effort into it, a special kind of love. And second of all, we've got a season 2 coming your way.
You ready, Cinderella? Sounds like we're going to the ball.
now when might we expect that? Do you have any sort of release?
Get up close, gather intel, avoid blowback.
We don't, and being new to animation, I know how long it takes, but we are fully into pre-production, and everyone is super excited about where we go next.
Well, what?
So within less than 24 hours, you got it greenlit, and you're fully in pre-production in less than 24 hours. Guys, that is not possible. That is not possible. Okay? You do not go to full pre-production and greenlit second season in less than 24 hours. That does not happen. The only way that happens is if the second season was already purchased from the beginning, which it was. It was. It absolutely was. This was purchased this was all pre-planned already. I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix blew this kind of money on this show because of the brand, the IP, obviously. Shout out to Cassie for the raid. Thank you so much, Cole Classic Cage. Welcome to the stream, guys. Mods, throw Cassie's channel in the comments, please. I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, Matt Stanford brings up a good point. Matt Stanford says he literally said we're new to animation. Why would you get people who have no idea what they're doing in IP like Splinter Cell? Because again, this is Netflix, right? So Netflix, they're and you can kind of tell they're new to animation because the quality of the animation is pretty trash. Again, I don't like this level of animation. There are some people that do. And I think that the more into American TV shows, cartoons that you are, the more likely you're probably going to let this kind of animation slide. That's just my opinion. But if you're heavily into Japanese media like I am, you're probably not going to let it slide. You're probably going to think it's fucking trash, to be honest with you. And anyway, let's see what else he's got to say. But again, I want to remind people, you don't go in less than 24 hours. You do not go from no season 2 supposedly to greenlit season 2 and full pre-production. Like that just doesn't happen. Anyway,
Can you kind of tease about that? Because season 1 does end on a pretty big and definite note, or is it as definite as we think it is? Might a certain character be back for?
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I still can't believe that this fucking bitch has reverse vitiligo. I can't believe it. She legit has reverse vitiligo. Instead of giving her the white patches, they gave her black vitiligo. Like I didn't even know that was a thing. I can't believe they race swapped the vitiligo. It just blows my mind. Usually it's the other way around. I don't get it.
A certain character be back for season 2?
What I love about those kinds of endings are when you return to it, usually we see one of 3 ways. 1, you address right away. 2, you ignore it. Or 3, it's a hybrid approach. And here it's a hybrid approach, right? And what I think you can see in season 2 is a larger scale story, but the intimacy of character and the intimacy of action. Because when you look at some of my favorite action movies, like Die Hard with a Vengeance, yeah, a lot of stuff blows up and there's car chases and all that kind of stuff. But the greatest scene in that movie is when John McClane takes on the dirty cops in the elevator. It's close quartered, it's bloody, it's brutal, it's awesome. And we're gonna have a lot of that.
I got the tickets right here.
Nice. Very nice. YouTube, that was a movie.
Awesome. And I hope a larger role for Kaiju the dog.
All I'll say about Kaiju is he will be safe forever.
Who would like a Kaiju spinoff? So
yeah, these guys do such boring interviews. I can't imagine what it must be like to watch these people do interviews. I'm like, bro, this is just, there's no energy here. You guys are boring as fuck. What kind of background is that? Are you in your office? No. Yes? No. I have no idea. Anyway, why the hip-hop music? Gee, I wonder why. Why would they put hip-hop music in Splinter Cell? In any case, ladies and gentlemen, so they're trying to sell you the idea that it's a massive success because it's getting a season 2. When we all know that it was purchased from the beginning. We've got a season 2 coming your way. Everybody cheered. Everybody cheered. Yeah, okay. We'll see. All right, moving on. Shout out to Cult Classic Cage again. Thank you so much for rating. I appreciate that, Cassie. I don't know if you're still here or if you left to go goon, but welcome regardless. Thank you. And mods, please make sure to put her channel in the chat. And also put ABF's channel in the chat too, considering he got locked down now. Put ABF's channel in the chat, man. Shout out to ABF. Love that guy. Let's get into... We could probably do the final topic now. I was going to talk about some Battlefield stuff. Actually, let me cover that really quick. Hold on. Let's cover that really quick. Let's go over Battlefield 6. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Battlefield 6 apparently is going to be getting naval combat, which would be fucking sick, in my opinion. Battlefield 6 naval warfare content is already in development, according to everything revealed by data miners. That would be insane if that's the case. Pretty fucking exciting. I can only imagine what a game like Battlefield 6 would be like with some naval combat. So there's that. That sounds fucking awesome. Not only that, we have Battlefield 6 apparently is rolling out the fix for the issue that I've been complaining about. It happened last night too. I was playing some Battlefield 6 off stream just for a few. And I was playing with a friend of mine, and it happened last night, dude, with the fucking shotgun. I literally was so pissed. And then I ended up getting a fucking 8 or 9 kill streak right after that. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Battlefield 6 developers are rolling out a fix for the bullets not registering. So this is something that I was complaining about the other day. Apparently, they are releasing a fix for this. I don't think it's released quite yet. The developers of Battlefield 6 have done a spectacular job with the game. Apparently, the game has also sold over 6.5 million copies, but keep in mind, that's with like the Alinea bullshit, the Alinea analytics, which again, I don't take these website analytics seriously. The Circanas, the Alinea, all they do is they report a place in line. They don't report the actual numbers. They'll give you a generalized number, but they don't give you a breakdown. They don't give you any breakdown, no nothing. And these websites were created to run damage control for the bigger corporations. That's all they are. They're there so that the bigger corporations don't have to talk about the numbers. They want to pass off that responsibility to these smaller websites. If you scroll down, a new post by Battlefield 6's principal game designer, Florian, says on X, discussing the rolling out a fix for bullets not registering. The developers have observed an issue where bullets hit an enemy and where blood splatters are visible but don't cause damage intermittently with certain weapons and attachments combinations, and should now be resolved. Oh, I guess it must have rolled out now. I gotta check it out after the stream. I will most likely be playing Battlefield after this. I have to check it out because now I'm curious. I hope they fixed it. I really do. I really fucking do. Also, oh no, that's it. We already talked about the 6.5 million. Okay. So yeah, Battlefield sold 6.5 million supposedly, which I do believe it's pretty close considering the numbers we saw on Steam. Steam alone is a couple of million easily. I'm sure that the game absolutely sold up to that number. Where are we at? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's catch up on super chats. No more blank shooting. I hope so. I hope so, man. It drove me crazy when I would shoot someone at close range with a shotgun, knowing I didn't miss. Shoot him 3 times, nothing happens, and then he kills me. I'm like, what's going on, dude? Super chats. Here we go. I'm gonna get called old many, many, many times. Here we go. Flip Shazam with a 2. Hypno is so old he knows Sanskrit. Sanskrit, really? Sanskrit? That's where we're at now. Adair Soto with a 5. Lion Hypnotic Furry coming soon, everyone. Also, he's 100 years old. Congratulations. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Adair Soto. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Schizosaurus says, I feel like people are sweeping under the rug, EA banning players for having MAGA-related usernames. No. See, here's the thing. The reason why I'm not talking about that quite yet is because I haven't been able to verify anything that proves that that is real. It's only come from people who have lied in the past, unfortunately, or have misrepresented things. So I cannot personally verify that just yet. So that's the reason why I haven't talked about it. If I find anything that proves it to be absolutely true, then I would 100% will talk about it. But as of right now, have not seen anything that says it's true. That screenshot that is going around is it looked fake in my opinion, and I've spoken to some people about it who also agreed that it looks fake. But only the typical people who go quickly with the who quote tweet quickly are the only ones quote tweeting it. They're the only ones doing it. So your Grums, your fucking Pirate Nations, like they're the only ones that are doing it. So I'm waiting to see if I find out more information, and if I do, I will. But we'll see. We'll see. But that's the reason why I haven't talked about it yet. Trust me, I'm on it. I see things. I see it. Smash says check DM. Okay. Smash, I told you to stop sending dick pics with a pumpkin next to it. I told you. I told you to stop. God damn it. So Spamalot says Craig was checking it out on side scrollers. Well, yeah. I mean, again, I'm not side scroller, so I'm gonna wait and see until I find out it's 100% true. Because again, like when I talked about the Xbox thing, I told everybody I think it's fake. You know what I mean? Like I talked about the Xbox thing, and I had a whole bunch of like videos, pictures, and everything. I still said it's probably fake, and then come to find out it was fake. You know, so I'm gonna wait and see. All right. Smash sent me this. Smash sent me this. It is not a dick pic with a pumpkin. Oh shit. Is this yeah, this is the anti-censorship guy, right? He follows me, unironically. Breaking news. Visa and MasterCard have agreed to a massive $199.5 million settlement in a lawsuit filed by merchants alleging antitrust violations. The lawsuit alleges that card brands uniform changes to their policies regarding how they handle chargeback, losses resulting from unauthorized transactions, or fraud, forced merchants to incur unjustifiable expenses. Other defendants, Discover and American Express, previously agreed to pay a combined $32.2 million to resolve merchant claims against them. These issues are only part of the unreasonable behavior perpetuated by international card brands, backed by their overwhelming market share. The recent issue of card company censorship, which threatens content culture, particularly manga, anime, and games, is also a result of their overwhelming advantage position. In Japan, the government must take proactive action to prevent these companies from monopolizing their businesses and to ensure fair trade for consumers. I will continue to urge them to do so. Damn, bro. Oof. $200 million. Now, listen, man. With all due respect, we know that $200 million for a company like Visa, MasterCard, they don't give a fuck, bro. This is like, they piss that shit on their yachts. They spend $100 million every time they go to Dubai, and they spend it on OnlyFans girls. Like, they really don't give a fuck. But it's still something where, publicly speaking anyway, this is now, in my opinion, going to lead to more settlements. I think that this is going to give credence to other claims by other people against these companies. So I think ultimately this is going to be a how do we put it? It's going to be something that's going to be referenced in future lawsuits, future settlements, something that's going to be referenced in future claims. I think that that is the good part. It's a precedence. It's kind of like setting a precedent sort of a thing. That's probably the only good thing that could come from this, because now it shows history. It shows history that Visa and MasterCard have been doing bad things in the past that they agreed to settle on. And even though settlement is not necessarily admitting fault or saying you did anything bad, it still sets a precedent. Like, okay, well, they settled before, I think that's what's going to happen here. So that's a good thing, in my opinion. Yeah, they're not going to want to go to court. Of course not. Bro, when's the last time we have ever seen a multi-billion-dollar corporation go to court? When's the last time we've ever seen it? Because they're all going to throw their money around to avoid going to court. We already know that's going to happen, right? The lawsuit, like, very rarely, even Disney fucking threw their money around and settled with Gina Carano. Like, they're not, very, very rarely are they ever going to see the light of day inside of a courtroom. They will try to delay. They'll try to delay, and they'll try to do everything they can to not have to settle. But they're almost always going to settle. Almost always. Like, I'll say 99% of the time they're going to settle. Right? Nintendo versus Power World. Yeah, but we're not even there yet. That's the funny thing. Like, we're still in the early stages of Nintendo versus Power World. We're not even at the point where we could consider Discovery or anything like that. We are still in the early stages. So Nintendo versus Power World can absolutely settle. They probably will, to be honest with you. But the Japanese, they're a little bit more, they're a little bit different. They handle things a little bit differently. So, in any case, thank you, Smash, for sending this over. I appreciate that, man. Breaking news, and stop sending dick pics with pumpkins. Sincerely. Let's see. Let's catch up on more super chats. We got. Bro, what are these super chats? Hypno is so old, he's the one who turned in Jesus. Bro, what? Come on, bro. Tiger King with a 189. Hypno was around when the Dead Sea was sick. Okay. Is this a thing now? Have we skipped dad jokes and gone to, like, you're so old jokes? Is that where we're at now? Is this the lore? I want to confirm. Is this the lore? I think this is the lore. I'm pretty sure this is the lore. Trey Burkhalter with a 5 says, how does it feel to be the oldest time? The oldest tiger in the pen. Serious note, Clancy is probably going into that furry when Hassan is not live. Probably. I don't think I'm ever going to get over the baby tiger in a diaper on the homepage of Twitch. I think at this point, I am like, it's impossible. Ben with a 5 says, Hypno is so old that the reason why God said, let there be light, is to check on the home intruder that we now know is Hypno. Bro, that's insane. Sincerely. Thank you, Ben. Flip Shazam with a 2. Hypno so old he partied with the Marquise. Bro. I hate you. The Marquise, whatever. Marquise sounds like a name for a future jailed black person. So I'm gonna go with Marquis. You have Omega with a 5 says God tested Job to teach Satan the power of faith. God tested Hypno and decided to create child support. Thank you, man. Peaches and Cream with the only normal super chat 2272 says 2272 tier 2. Let's go. Thank you, Peaches and Cream, for being normal. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can help. Oh wait, I owe you a mucha. Here we go. Mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. Shout out to Peaches and Cream. Thank you. I can help with that with a 199. Isn't Kiwi suing for something like this too? Yes, they are. Them and 4chan are suing together. Sir Loins with a 489. The UK is attempting to censor the hacker known as 4chan. Congress is useless. They are pretty fucking useless. Mr. Spangus Coffee with a 2. Hypno's old. He read The Hobbit at school in 1937. Thank you. Appreciate that. Mr. Melancholy with a 5. Where was this concern with Tencent and other Chinese companies buying shares in American companies? Foreign influence has been creeping in for decades. Well, because if it happens slowly, they don't care. They see that's the problem. They're reactive. They're not proactive. So they only care when something big is happening. Right? That's the only time they care. Smash AT with a 2 says DM. I checked. C Brew 1138 with a 2. Here's 1 cent for every year you've been alive. Thank you, C Brew. Toxic with a 489. Hypno's so old. His first live stream was in the town square. I'm going to make tier 3 a beard. A very long white beard. Fuck you guys. Tiger Nautic.
Holy shit.
Tiger Nautic with a 2. Great. Oh my God. Little Miss Hypnotic with a 2. Dad is so old that grandma's the Big Bang. This fucking kid. Adair Salto with a 5. To answer your question, yes, Hypno. Oh man, I can hear those legs crunching right now when you're moving your VTuber model. Thank you, Adair Soto. I appreciate that. Scrap Gamer with a 2. Speaking of that tiger, they just got banned. No, you're lying. You're lying. There's no way. There's no way. Tiger, Twitch. No way. What? Where? I can't find it. Would it be on Twitch bans? Twitch bans. Streamer bans. Who are these people? What's their name? Tiger? Tygre? Is it Tygre? Is that his name? It is, right? I think I found it. Holy shit, 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wow. For what? I wonder. Was it actually considered? See, here's my question, right? So if this was actually considered to be sexualization, then why did you even allow this channel to begin with? He must have been doing this forever. Surely he must have been doing this for a long time. So it can't be for sexualization. I doubt it. It has to be for something else. It's going to be for a day. It's 24 hours. He'll be back. He'll absolutely be back. This is Twitch trying to pretend like they're doing something. He will be back. 100% he'll be back. That's crazy, though. Holy shit, man. Adair Sultan with a 2. Nah, man. He read that, and since 1939. Thank you, Adair. Anubis with a 2. Hypno so old, he watched God fart the Big Bang. Little Hypnotic with...
Holy shit.
Little Hypnotic with a 2 says, "Hey, Dad." And he's in a tiger outfit. He's in a tiger outfit, boys. He's in a... Oh man. He's in a tiger outfit. Hypno's dog with a 2. Dad so old I hatched from a T-Rex egg he adopted. Thank you, Hypno's dog. I'm totally not going to be sending you to the vet to put you down in a week, I promise. Let's scroll up on Rumble. Rumble, what do we got? Dedraconic gives some membership. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Deadeye's Lock with $1. If you guys say Hypno is old, where is Geezer JT asking, where's my gamer skills? Damn, Smash JT getting fucking strays, bro. Tormenol with $1. They have to bend the facts into pretzels in every press release. That's warning bells and red flags in my book. If they had more believable marketing, they would tout that instead. True. Deadeye's Lock with $1. You guys can call Hypno old all you want, but at least he doesn't suffer a mental decline like Biden. The chat would have you believe otherwise. Probably. All right, boys. We are fully caught up. Thank you guys so much for the insane support. And for obviously calling me old. I appreciate that. We are going to be talking about Randy Bitchford now. I think it's safe to talk about this now. And get it over with. Let's do it, man. Let me make sure the screen is working. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I forgot to set it up. My bad. All right, we are set up. There we go. Take the ears off. So it's time to talk about Randy Pitchford, ladies and gentlemen. I says 2008 that old, by the way. You know, I guess. Thank you for the old jokes. I appreciate that, guys. Hopefully I can stick around just for a little bit longer for you guys before I sail the sunset into the land of death. Let us talk about Randy Pitchford. Okay, so Randy Pitchford famously said some words that he is now going to have to be forced to eat. Okay? In all actuality, hold on. Let me bring up one more page. Let me bring up one more page that's going to be very important. Borderlands 4. Here we go. This is going to be quite hilarious. Okay, there we go. Borderlands 4. Oof. All right. So let's switch back now. So Randy Pitchford has decided to say certain things that, well, they got him in trouble. Okay. We getting rated again? Who's rating us right now? Right, as we're about to get into a video. Who's rating us? Titan raid? Is that Vera Dark? Is Vera Dark rating us? Hold on. So we have a lot of raiders today. Who's rating us right now? I didn't see any notification. Am I being lied to? Vera Dark the Latina? Nice. Oh, welcome. Welcome to the stream, guys. We're about to talk about Randy Pitchford. It's going to be a great time. So, Randy Pitchford decided that it was in his best interest not that long ago when Borderlands 4 was about to release. I don't think it had came out just yet. Oh, Veridark and Wicked. Oh, shout out to Veridark and Wicked for the raid. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate the raid. Mods, make sure to drop both of their channels in the chat right now so that the people in the chat could go potentially check them out and show them some love. Thank you so much. Hope you guys had an amazing stream and talked about a lot of stuff. A lot of good stuff, hopefully. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate that. Before Randy Pitchford had Borderlands 4 come out, before that game came out, Randy Pitchford said the following line. I couldn't find it because I'm assuming he probably deleted it, or maybe it's just not whatever. It's buried in his many tweets. But Randy Pitchford tried to convince everybody that Borderlands 4 was such a premium game for premium gamers that it was not going to go on sale for anywhere near as fast as the other Borderlands went on sale. He actually told players that they better not even wait for a sale. Don't hope for one. Don't think one is coming, because it's not coming for a long time. Right? It's not coming for a long time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce that either we were in the hyperbolic time chamber the entire time, or time has sped up. I really don't know. Because apparently, according to Steam, Borderlands 4 is on sale in the month of October. What else do you say? What else do you say? Other than that. So we're going to do a little bit of a victory lap. Yeah, that was less than 1 month, boys. Less than 1 month. It is already 20% off. 20% off. This is how you know that everything I said about the numbers before has been fairly true for the most part. At least I believe them to be true, because everything is pointing in that direction. So we're going to talk about it. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Randy Pitchford. And yes, we're going to be talking about Borderlands 4. And the reason why is because, well, we need to do a little bit of a victory dance. We have to have a little bit of a laugh at the expense of some of the wild stuff that Randy Pitchford has decided to say when it comes to Borderlands 4. Now, the beautiful thing about Borderlands 4 is that he tried to convince all of you that the game is a premium game for premium gamers. When you guys told him you were having performance issues, he gaslit you and told you that it was your problem, that the reason why you're having issues is because you, the PC gamer, don't know how to set up your PC. Doesn't matter how long you've been PC gaming, doesn't matter how long you've had your PC for. You guys don't know what you're doing, and Randy Pitchford is going to be here to help you. Now, everybody remembers that meltdown that he had on X and on Twitter and all that glorious stuff. But apparently, Randy Pitchford is now coping, because in a recent post, he decided to say that he's actually happy that he lives in a world where Borderlands 4 complaints aren't about how we fucked up the story after all. Now, the funny thing is that last I checked, at least on Twitter and X or whatever, nobody's talking about the story. Anybody that's talking about Borderlands 4, I haven't seen anybody talking about the story. I've seen everybody talking about the performance. If you want to know how little people are talking about the story, just go over to the Steam forums. You can clearly see that people are not talking about the story. The first thread that I see is Borderlands 4 is probably the worst Borderlands. Borderlands 4 sold as half as many copies as Borderlands 3, which, by the way, I said that many times in videos before. Looks like I was correct, and we're going to get into that in a second. This game will never escape the mixed review score. Why are the field boss arenas so small? The 200 plus hours in it, the game is not worth it. Now, here's the best thing about all of this that I really wanted to showcase in this video. If you guys remember, Randy Pitchford, during his entire coping session before the game came out, he tried to convince everybody that the game was so premium that there's no way the game was ever going to be put on sale anywhere near as fast as the previous Borderlands games were, right? Because Borderlands has a reputation of going on sale very quickly and going on sale for a lot of money off, right? So everybody knows, like, you shouldn't really buy a Borderlands game day one, because you could buy it much cheaper a month or two down the line, right? However, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching this video, I have the glorious news to showcase to you that we were right and Randy Pitchford was wrong. The game has sold so minimal in comparison to Borderlands 3 that the company has decided that, you know what? It's time to put this game on sale, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the game Borderlands 4, as of the filming of this video, is officially 20% off from $69.99 to $55.99, and it is 20% off all across the board. So the original edition, the deluxe edition, and the super deluxe edition, the game is 20% off, and this is just hilarious. Now, keep in mind, guys, this game did not come out that long ago, okay? This game released on September 11th of 2025. That means that in about a month's time, the game has went to 20% off within 1 month's time. That has got to be a damn near record at this point. They are speed running this at this point. I will bet money right now that during the holiday season, Borderlands 4 will most likely be 50% off or less. It'll probably be anywhere between the current 20% all the way to 50% off during the holiday season, because they have to catch up to the numbers, right? Borderlands 3, unfortunately, is getting was so much more successful than Borderlands 4. They can't keep up. Now, even though the concurrent number is higher with Borderlands 4 than it was with Borderlands 3, it doesn't mean that the sales are higher. This game has sold an estimated about 1 to 2 million copies on Steam. Borderlands 3 did damn near double that in half the amount of time. Borderlands 4 is not catching up to nowhere near where Borderlands 3 did in terms of numbers, and that's because they don't have the popularity of Borderlands 2 to bolster their numbers like Borderlands 3 did. Now, when we go over to the Steam forums, I want to go over what some of the people are saying about the game. Let's click this one. Burning Shadow says Borderlands 4 is probably the worst Borderlands. It feels like the makers took everything out that was fun in Borderlands 3 and replaced it with something dull and boring. As a general game, as it is uninspired, mediocre, open world game, as a Borderlands game, it is bad. Less loot, worse loot, less humor, less story. The map is smaller and seems dead. The villains start off interesting but turn boring after a while. Even the Calypso twins in Borderlands 3 had some level of motivation. And the open world kills pacing and makes the whole thing actually seem smaller and more samey than the previous titles, right? People are clearly not talking about the story, right? People, if you scroll here, a premium game for premium gamers on sale now. Bug-filled and boring. This is amazing, right? People remember everything that Randy Pitchford said, and it's because, well, Randy Pitchford loves to talk his nonsense, right? So again, if you scroll down, Borderlands 4 melted my PC and murdered my children. People are trolling them, right? The performance is still a problem. The performance, this thread is 5 minutes ago for someone complaining about getting FPS dips that go all the way to 9 to 15 FPS, right? High CPU temperatures. There's so many issues that are happening with this particular game. Borderlands 4 sold half as many copies as 3. I certainly would have bought it if it wasn't for the performance issues. Hopefully the low sales numbers teach the developers that it's not okay. Now, I don't think it's going to teach them anything personally. I think that they're going to be very happy with the sales that they got. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to try to play the long haul, the long game. And like they always do with all the Borderlands games, they're going to put them on sale and hope that, you know, they just start racking up copies sold little by little. Even if they got to put the game for sale on at $5, they're going to do it. They've done it before. They'll do it again. Now, in terms of Randy Pitchford, let's go back to what he was talking about here. So this article is from PC Gamer that says Borderlands 4 has had some time to brew in the public conscious, and the general consensus, one that I agree with, is that the story is just fine. If anything, it's just a little bit too middle of the road, but given my key enjoyment of the game has a lot to do with the shooting and very little to do with the dialogue, I was happy to let inoffensive text warble in the background. Given what we've had before in Borderlands 3, it was still a big improvement, and even I found myself charmed by 1 or 2 character moments, not a terrible swerve from the outdated on-launch memes, all told. The folks at Gearbox are happy with the feedback. 2, Sam Winkler, the game's narrative lead, comments at the dev panel in PAX Australia 25 that it's been great. It's been really good. I'll be honest, I'm really happy with it. And hey, you know what? Winkler isn't wrong to feel that way. Now, I don't know why people would think that these developers would ever, I guess, speak out against their video game. Like, why would any developer openly admit that they're not happy with the game, that player community sentiment is overall negative about the game? Nobody's going to openly admit that, especially when they're on a panel, unless they're confronted by a question, directly, which usually they're not because they know exactly what they're going to be asked. I highly doubt that anybody would ever actually admit to that. Even when I'm at my most critical of video game stories, I try to appreciate that game development is an utter nightmare. Oh, so this is one of those like game development's hard, so you should just eat the slop kind of comments. I'm so tired of this. People try to say that because XYZ job is hard, that you should be okay with whatever the outcome may be and just try to look for the good in it. Sure, you could try to have fun with the video game, but that doesn't mean you should be sitting there and gaslighting people and lying about the game at all just because game development is hard. Of course it's hard. Most jobs are difficult. Why would you have to then sit there and eat through the bullshit just because it's hard? It makes no sense. Then Randy Pitchford hops in and gets a little more cynical. Isn't it weird to ship a game where the biggest complaint isn't how we fucked up the story? Not to drag out Gearbox's history, but Aliens, Colonial Marines, what's the thing? Even recently, PCG contributor Rick Lane described it as one of the most infamous misfires in gaming history. Filled with bugs and terrible AI, a disaster so big that Gearbox was part of a lawsuit over which, to be fair, Gearbox was later dropped from. I'm absolutely nitpicking here, but from this foible was from over a decade ago, but I'm also not sure I'd say something like this, were I the CEO in charge of one of the most infamous video game flubs of the medium's history. Well, it's not even just that. They've also been part of a lot of backlash regarding Borderlands 3 also. A lot of people did not like Borderlands 3 in comparison to Borderlands 2, and that is a lot more recent. So you don't necessarily have to go that far back to see some issues with Gearbox and their decisions when making their video games. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to laugh at this story because I thought Randy Pitchford would hold to his guns, and I thought he might try to convince the publisher to not put the game on sale as quickly as they did. But it seems like there is no faith in the numbers. The numbers must have dragged to a halt completely in order to make them put the game on sale this quickly. If the game is 20% off in 1 month and Randy Pitchford was out here super confident that it wasn't going to be put on sale for years, there is clearly something wrong with the numbers. Even though they look fairly good on paper, there's something missing and they're not happy with it, and they're trying to course correct and save the ship. This sale only lasts till October 20th, but I'm sure this is going to be the first of many for this particular year alone. So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about all this nonsense? Do you laugh at the fact that Borderlands 4 is now on sale, considering they promised they wouldn't be for a long time? Or did you see this coming like we all did? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. And that's it, boys. My freaking YouTube chat crashed during that video. Let's bring it back up really quick. Let's bring it back up. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Holiday sale will be even lower. Yeah, I agree. I think holiday sale will be 50% off. We can throw in our guesses now, but I think we are 50% off for sure. 100%. By the holiday season. Pop D says it's 36% off on Game Billet. $46 at the moment. Oh my god. That means they're not moving. They're not moving. Let's see. Is there any super chats to catch up on before we do Waifu Battle? I think there is. Hold on. UFO Mega with a 5. Hypno is so old that the only way he could shock train Hypno's dog is by praying to Zeus. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What are we doing? Actually, I'll reiterate my prediction. So I'm thinking, ears. I'm sorry. I'm thinking 50% off standard, 40% off deluxe, 30% off super deluxe. I'm thinking for the holiday season, they're going to try to incentivize the standard edition to try to push units and try to hold on the deluxe editions, knowing that that's the one that people would want if they buy the game. That's what I see them doing, in my opinion. 50, 40, 30. You're thinking 60% off Democulus across the board? That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know if it'll go that low, personally. We'll see. Melodic Method Melodic Method dropping a banger, 5 membership banger.
Let's get some fucking subs, bitches!
Shout out to Melodic Method. Thank you so much, brother, for the 5 memberships. I appreciate that, bro. Let's check Rumble. I don't think anything came in on Rumble. Let me see. Hold on. No, it did not. All right. All right, boys. Let's get into the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Let's close it out. We had a great time today. Lots of topics we discussed. We still missed some topics, but there's always tomorrow, boys. There's always tomorrow. Let's get into the waifu battle. We have an interesting one, considering Morticia got felted yesterday by Vampirella. Let's see what's going to happen today. Here we go. All right, boys. The waifu battle's here. Yes, Morticia lost. Morticia did lose. Very sad. Very sad. It was very close. It was like $4. If you guys missed the last waifu battle, the current champion is none other than the legendary Vampirella, ladies and gentlemen. She won at the last second. It was insane. Absolutely insane battle, but she did win by a couple of bucks. So let's go over the rules of engagement and let's see who is going to go up against Vampirella in today's waifu battle. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that is going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You have to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the waifu, you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Vampirella, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It does not matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We don't understand a thing about the rules. Alucard with a 2 says, happy belated 7,543rd birthday, Hypno. Wow, man, you could have felt me right before the fucking waifu battle. That's insane. All right, boys, listen. It's time to bring out the challenger. It's time to bring out the challenger, ladies and gentlemen. This particular challenger is not necessarily anything Halloween related. However, her outfit may be Halloween related. Let's bring her out and let's see if she can take down Vampirella and steal the belt and return the favor for what Vampirella did to Morticia. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The challenger that's going to go up against one and only Vampirella is going to be the one and the only Erd from Oh My Goddess, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Vampirella or is it going to be simply URD? Erd, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out from Oh My Goddess. Oh My Goddess. Oh My Goddess. Oh My Goddess. Let's see who's going to win, boys. Deadeye's Lock with a 2 over on Rumble says Erd right away. Right away. Didn't even hesitate. Didn't even hesitate, boys. Didn't even hesitate. Sonia says better be Vampirella. Oh. Let's find out. Tuber Sports with a 10. Erd not voting for her is absurd. I see what you did there. Nice rhyming, sir. Nice rhyming. Toxin with a 2 says Erd is making my thing heard. Come on, bro. This man's gooning so goddamn hard. Midnight Mike with a 5 says Vampirella. There we go. All right. A little bit of a challenge going on here. Mr. Melancholy with a 2 says with the heart emojis, drool emojis, and brick emojis. That's a lot of explanation. Thank you, Mr. Melancholy. I appreciate that. Democulus says there is just something about that will attract people. What's that something? What's that something? What is that something? I dare ask. Sonia is cheering on Midnight Mike because he voted for Vampirella. Look at that. You too can get Sonia's affection today. Just vote for Vampirella. Let's fucking go. We got Toradol with a $20 banger over on Rumble. Says she's trouble, but worth it, and then some. That's a big dono for man. The Vampirella fans, where are you? Where are you? Mystic Vegeta with a 2 says Vampirella, Hypno's so old he shoots blanks. Ha, you wish. Only in Battlefield. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that, Mystic Vegeta. Put the 2. Let's see how this goes. Right now, has a massive lead, but this has been overcome before. And it can be overcome again. Sonia says Toranol is bad. Toranol, Sonia's not happy with your dono. I'm happy. Don't worry. Don't worry. But Sonia's not happy. Have a good night, our cuz. Appreciate you, bro. P. Drake with a 2 says she's not Belle Dandy, though. Well, to be fair, Belle Dandy was in the Waifu Battle before. She won, and then she got felted like immediately right after. So that's a thing. That's a thing. Oh, shit. Ali Kusanagi coming in to try to close the gap, ladies and gentlemen, with the $20 banger for Vampirella. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Erd's coming off screen. The battle is very close right now. I figure since Erd is in that outfit, it's only fair to put Vampirella in something just as skimpy. So we're going to use the same picture that everybody liked from yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Vampirella or is it going to be Erd? Let me know. Alucard with a 5. Vampirella, I have a vein pump full of blood for her to bite. It's flowing in my other neck. Wow. That's descriptive. Very descriptive. Beautiful Zexa with a 5. Erd, Hypnotic so old. The 1980s call, they said they want their clothes back. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Speedy Cake with a 10 says Vampirella. Also, you missed the chance to have a fight of the Ellas by not having Stripella on there. Vampirella has now closed in on the lead. BioT Wolf 19 with a 5 says Erd, justice for Lucy at Sonia. BioT Wolf has voted for Erd. He has made it neck and neck. It is neck and neck right now between Vampirella and Erd. One of the two will win. One of the two will win. Will Vampirella be a one-hit wonder? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, she's in the lead. I can help with that. With 1999 says Vampirella. She's in the fucking lead, boys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Let's see how this go. You Erd fans. You guys better not get comfortable. These Vampirella fans are, they're out here right now. They're out here right now. Yamato is yelling at BioT Wolf and Sonya. Just G says Clippy's stronger together. Hail the vamp. Oh god. Goth Clippy waifu? No. Vampirella is just barely ahead. Barely ahead by a few bucks. This could go to literally anybody. Draconic says maybe. It depends if we have any of the big hitters around. I don't know. We'll see. Is this chick Asian? If you want her to be. Yamato, 85. Which, by the way, I saw your Tiger Nautic fucking anime thing. I hate you. I saw it and I'm like, oh, Jesus. I can't win. Yeah, she'll be whatever you want her to be. Hypnotic and Rapture. Would a two banger says Vampirella, Belle Dandy, and Vampirella on top of me. Heart emojis. Tiger Nautic with a... Oh my god. Tiger Nautic with a 2 says Erd. Even Tiger Nautic is voting for Erd. Why am I not surprised? Alucard with a 5 says Vampirella. Here's my blood donation. Vampirella is still in the lead, but barely. This is going to be a very chaotic chair shot. That's assuming anybody chair shots. If they don't, Vampirella will win just barely. Let's find out which way this goes, boys. Let's find out. Here we go. The final countdown between waifus. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. The Erd fans completely gave up, even though they were like $8 away from victory. The Erd fans completely gave up, ladies and gentlemen. The final super chat that is going to count is I Can Help With That with $4.99 says Vampirella. And then we got Alucard with a 5 says Vampirella. And then Midnight Mike with a $20 banger says Vampirella. Shout out. And then Miss Bella Games with a 10 says Vampirella gets my vote. Shout out to all you guys. Miss Bella Games, Midnight Mike, Alucard. I Can Help With That with the chair shots. Mods, let's count it up. And let's see who won today's waifu battle. Feed the ducks, man. Feed the ducks. That's crazy. It was such a close fucking battle. And nobody fought for Erd. Kind of makes me wish I fought for Erd. Damn. Just let her die. She was so close at the end. So close at the finish line. Damn, man. Oof, that's rough. That's rough. She ain't coming back for a while. That's rough. Somebody commented on one of my manga videos. And they were like, yo, that's the same person who did the Zelda mangas. Mind you, it's a 60-second video, and I mentioned that in the first like 10 seconds of the video. That means this person's attention span is so short, they didn't even make it 10 seconds in, but they still chose to comment something that the video. People. Am I gonna have any witches for the waifu battle? Maybe, we'll see. All right, stop the music. The numbers are in already. The numbers are in. Where's it at? Oh, man, it did not have to go down like that. Those last couple of super chats. So sad for Erd, man. Erd at $50.33 against Vampirella at $98.45, which means the winner. And still, Waifu Battle champion is none other than Vampirella, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. And at that point, I'm sure there's somebody coping and seething in here.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Vampirella is going to go backstage. She will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Otherwise, you're gay. We got Mr. Spanger's Coffee with a 189. Does Anita Sarkeesian count as a witch? Yes. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. I think so. All right, boys, listen. Shout out to all you guys for the absolutely amazing stream. I sincerely appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. We got to cover a lot of topics. Obviously, join us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern on Griffcast. We're reviewing Still Wakes the Deep. We're in the DLC right now. Fantastic game with a fantastic story. Come hang out with us. We'll most likely be finishing it tomorrow. And then, of course, Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss that as well. We got a lot we got to go over every day as well. Thank you, everybody, for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting memberships. I appreciate it. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well. Stay to the end for the raid, boys. Stay to the end for the raid. And I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The dog or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! Even though we fucking know, 'cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring light